this new season, we went and got new costumes, new themes for makeup, just to change up the makeup to kind of change the scares a little bit. Yep. So it's not so predictable.
Yeah. Hello, and welcome to the Connect podcast, a podcast by the Holdrege Area Chamber of Commerce. Today, we are joined with Alicia Norton with Gray's Twisted Manor. How are you today, Alicia?
Good, how are you?
I'm really good. It's been a good day. It's a little cold outside, which I don't necessarily prefer, but it's end of October and it's not snowing, so that's good. Have you always wanted to do something kind of spooky like a haunted house, or is that something new that kind of came up?
I've always been obsessed with Halloween. Like, Halloween is one of my top favorites. So we used to decorate our yard, and each year our yard progressively got bigger and bigger with the animatronics, and my husband and our friend, they would dress up in costumes and kind of, scare the kids and have fun. And we had tons of trick-or-treaters at our house all the time. So we figured, why not expand to something bigger?
That's amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about your story and the journey?
I had heard that she was not going to reopen, and I contacted her and shared my interest with her about wanting to continue what she had started. Mm-hmm. And she showed me the house, and the rest is kind of history.
Yeah. How much of what Jan had remained as far as like keeping the history of it, and how much did you guys add when you took over?
Well, the first year, of course, we were in the process where we put a lot of money into purchasing the property and the insurances and the different things like that. Yeah. So we did clean up the backyard quite a bit to get rid of the dry, rotten wood and things like that. And the inside pretty much remained the same. And then this year we have added and took out several trees and added more space in the backyard, utilized the space a little bit more, built new projects in the backyard, got rid of a lot more of the dry, rotten wood. We had taken out probably, I think, 4 dump trailers worth of rotten wood and things, and 6 or 7 pickup loads. And then on the inside, a lot of it does remain the same, but each year we will change it because we've learned that people, they say they like change, but they don't like a drastic change.
Yeah. My sister-in-law, she made it a point to go a couple of times a year. Do you notice there's people that go almost like a regular, that go more than once throughout the season?
Oh yeah. Some nights there's kids that even come out of the house and go buy more tickets and go right back into line.
That's amazing.
So yeah.
That's so cool. What do you think's the most surprising part of, or what surprised you the most in this journey of opening a haunted house?
Jan had told me people don't understand that it is truly a lot of work, like a lot more work than just opening the door and having people come through. Yeah. We have to have inspections by the fire marshal. We have to have like a fire sprinkler system. We have to have a certain type of insurance. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's hiring actors and making sure, people come to work. There's a lot on the back end of it. Like we work on it all year long.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting. I love the actor aspect of it, because I've had conversations with you a lot around the opening, and we'd done the ribbon cutting and stuff like that for it last year. And you put a lot of emphasis on making sure you have the right actors.
Yes.
So how's that process kind of work?
We do auditions for actors, and then we have a rehearsal, and we have usually 2 rehearsals before opening night. Mm-hmm. And people come and they don't realize that the acting is a lot harder than what they think it is. They think they're just coming and it's going to be super easy. And it's not meant for everyone. Mm-hmm. I mean, there have been people that have tried it and they just quite don't make the cut because the confidence level, and you have to be a little bit kind of weird is what we say, So we have this year, I think we have 28 people acting.
Wow.
So
that's amazing. Yeah. I love that there's a a population of weirdos out
Right.
here, because that's me, and that's
Me
my
too.
wife. My wife and I's wedding anniversary is the 30th, and so
Nice.
we're spooky. We got married with like skull rings, right? It was
Right.
super fun. But to know that there's a population out there of people just like us is fun, especially in Phelps County.
Yes.
You mentioned there's a lot that goes into it. How much work goes into it before opening night? How long are you guys kind of working on things throughout the year?
Every day that we can be there, once the weather, like from the time we shut down from the last night till probably about February, we're not over there much doing anything. Of course, we go check on the property and make sure, everything's okay over there. But once the weather starts getting warmer, we're over there basically every day. Wow. And in the summertime, we're over there all the time. And then once it gets closer to season, we're over there for hours.
Yeah.
Because there's the setting up the inside of the house, but also, at the backyard, you have to have certain lighting and certain things, and you can set up the lights during the day, but you have to go back over there at nighttime to check to make sure that the lights are where you want them. And sometimes you have to redo that whole thing. So we're over there for countless hours.
Yeah. Well, and you can tell it looks really good. I love the ticket booth. I love the whole front yard of it. It looks like a haunted house you're about to walk into. It's so much fun. What do you think is the hardest part of running the haunted house that maybe no one talks about or not many people realize?
Probably getting and hiring actors. It is difficult. Like any business that you have is getting the help that you need, and to make sure that you have the people that are going to show up and the people that have the want to do the haunted house and be the actor. And you do get some people, like any business, that just don't show up, and so you have to replace them. And that's why we have about 28 people now, is so we can have fill-ins and things like that. So,
well, I'll tell you guys, the amount of fear that I had just taking pictures at the ribbon cutting, because your actors were phenomenal. It's so much fun to see them also, because none of them are just stand and look scary. You can tell they take it seriously. It's fun for a lot of them, probably all of them. One question I have is, what's the process like to come up with the themes or the scares? You say you slightly change it every year. Who's involved in that? And how's that process kind of go?
Well, we try and, like, the very end of the season, we try and come up with a new idea or whatever. This new season, we went and got new costumes, new themes for makeup, just to change up the makeup, to kind of change the scares a little bit, so it's not so predictable.
Yeah. One thing that I love about haunted houses, being the creepy person that I am, is they bring people together in a really unique way, not a way that a lot of people think about. What role do you think Gray's Twisted Manor plays in community here in Holdrege?
I like to think it brings back the Halloween, because it seems like it's a forgotten type of holiday, or, whatever, because you don't see a lot of trick-or-treaters out anymore. You see a lot of trunk-or-treats and things like that. And I think this just brings a little bit of spookiness, and it brings the community together, and it also helps out the community, because, like, since we have taken it over, we dedicate like a certain night or whatever to helping a local part of the community. And so we pride ourselves on, trying to give back to the community.
Yeah. No, well, and I think you guys do a really good job too of thinking outside of the box. One thing you guys did this year was you had the smoke wagon. I just loved it. I love the multiple levers, right, that you guys are pulling to make sure that the community has a good time when they come.
Right.
One thing I love to watch online is your guys' videos of reactions, right? And I even saw a friend of mine in one of them, which is hilarious to be able to send it to them. But what do you think is the most memorable of the interactions that you've seen, even if it's not on video? Maybe it's a specific place in the house.
Like on a couple of the videos or whatever I've watched, I liked one of my favorite, and it's probably my granddad's favorite too, because he has it saved on his iPad and he's 95.
That's amazing.
And he watches it and laughs. But there was a group with a couple of girls and then a couple of guys, and it is posted on our Facebook, but the guy gets so scared that he like tries to backtrack and then he falls on the ground and
yeah.
like the girls are just laughing at him. Or there's been kids like they kind of just barrel roll out of the exit, you know, because they're like being chased or whatever. And just hearing the screams and like even the laughs and, you know, and hearing the people say, like when they leave, I'll stand by the exit and they'll say, oh my gosh, this is the best, you know,
That's
or
so good.
like, I love it, or I can't wait to come back. And so, and we do ask for like the feedback from the people too.
Good.
Or what they would like to see, you know, so.
Well, and you guys have a tagline.
The house that screams built.
I love that. So what are the plans for the future of Gray's Twisted Manor? Do you guys, I know we're mid-season, so it's probably not a great time to ask about the future, but are there any, you know, wants or things that you guys are even thinking about for the future?
I would like to, you know, work on the house and update it a little bit, but of course we want to leave that feel to it. My husband kind of thought about modernizing it in a sense, but I kind of like the old school era of it, and just the house itself is creepy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, so we were deemed haunted, so.
Yeah, I love that. Do you see yourself keeping this as a community tradition moving forward for a long time? Is that something you guys see yourselves doing?
As long as I physically can.
Yeah.
I mean, and as long as the house stays there, I guess I should say.
Yeah, and as long as people keep coming and filling up those lines as well. How can people get involved? I know you guys are constantly looking for actors and probably volunteers as well, but even just people visiting or wanting to help support you, how do people get involved?
We have different posts on Facebook. We post on there all the time. Like today is Twisted Tuesday.
Yes.
So we will do for a drawing today. I mean, you know, to share our page and to help get our name out there. Just the support that we get is great. I mean, you know, it's anything where you start a business or where you start something, it's difficult. And just getting the word out there is something that really helps us.
One thing I like to end every episode with is just one piece of advice you'd like to leave people with. Now, it can be business advice, it can be parenting advice, it can just be advice in general. But what's maybe somebody that's thinking about opening something that could be legendary in their town? What's the piece of advice you have for somebody?
I just always think, and I've always thought, you know, to follow your dreams or to believe in your dreams. You don't necessarily have to have somebody believe in you. You just have to believe in yourself.
That's amazing.
And follow your dreams.
That's great advice.
And I mean, I started, you know, my life from rock bottom over and built something that I'm proud of.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the community's proud of it too. It's been a great time. I know I was just telling you before we started, I have to tell my 12-year-old, you're not just quite ready yet because it's a little bit above his scare meter. But he has been twisting my arm, so there's a good chance you see us on Halloween night.
And I mean, we have kids of all different ages. I mean, there's little kids that are 3 or 4 years old that go in there and love it. Like our 3-year-old grandson, obsessed with it.
That's amazing.
But our 6-year-old grandson will not step foot inside of it. So, I mean, it's just, and that's what we tell people. We don't recommend it for kids under 10 years old.
Sure.
But it's up to your discretion.
Yeah.
And you know what your kid can handle. And some kids, the little kids come out and they're like, we want to do it again, you know? So it's fun. It's very fun.
Thank you so much for meeting with me today. I'm super excited for you guys. I can't wait to see how the rest of the season goes and looking into next year. So thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you.